So I didn't really expect to make this video today, but after seeing the Oscar nominations and being absolutely appalled by some of the decisions, I felt like this was absolutely necessary. And that's because Black Panther was nominated for 7 Oscars. I never thought I'd hear that sentence. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Black Panther is a bad movie. It is a good movie, but it's not a great film. And I think this is one of the cases where the popular vote can be really dangerous because this film was riding the hype train up to its release, as well as months after people are saying, "Oh, Black Panther is the greatest superhero film of all time." And it's a good movie, but it's really overrated. If I want to pick out flaws, it's really easy saying that the visuals were half the time very subpar. The movie is overstuffed. The villain doesn't really even come into the film until halfway through the runtime. There's pacing issues. There's so many little things that people refuse to acknowledge about the film, and that wouldn't be a problem for me, except that it brings me to my second point, that this film took away the spotlight from much better films that could have been nominated for Oscars. It's a shame to me that when I look at the list, Sorry to Bother You isn't even nominated for Best Original Screenplay. The same deal with Bad Times, the El Royale. Searching was another fantastic film that came out this year that no one knows about. And if we're going to talk about, we want more blockbusters, that's fine. I would love to see blockbusters, but I want to see great blockbusters be nominated, not, generic Marvel films that are good. A great example, I thought, of a film that should have been nominated for a lot of technical feats, at least, is Mission Impossible Fallout. Not only did I think that the script was really good and the cinematography was amazing and the stunts were fantastic, but technically some of the things they were able to do were incredibly impressive in terms of sound editing, video editing, etc. All categories that Black Panther was nominated for. And Black Panther was nominated for Best Picture. Are you serious? Like, come on, Academy. There are so many great films that are overlooked every year, and there were films that I thought should have been nominated for Best Picture. First Man, Bad Times, the El Royale, other great films that have fantastic scripts, beautiful cinematography, excellent direction, and have so much passion crafted behind them. And I'm not saying that Black Panther was made without any passion, but the quality of those films were exponentially better and deserved to be, nominated for Best Picture. Literally had like Best Picture written all over them. I was appalled when I didn't say they were. And the fact that a film like Black Panther, which is fine, was nominated is, quite shocking to me and is something that shouldn't happen with the Academy Awards. However, this entire situation isn't bad. I think that this is incredible for superhero films and blockbusters as a whole, because generally superhero films especially are overlooked by the Academy and kind of dismissed as just, juvenile filmmaking. And the reality is that there's a lot of work that goes behind those films, and honestly, some superhero films are now the best movies of all time. And it's nice to see the Academy's finally recognizing that. My big issue, though, is it's picking the wrong kind of movie. I would have picked Avengers Infinity War to go, for an Oscar over that, because as a film, I think that Infinity War was better written, it had a better villain, it had better characters, the direction was stronger and more unique in that film. So yet again, it just kind of bothers me that the Academy picked Black Panther, I think, for more of a publicity stunt than anything else, because there were a lot of social controversies that were going around with that film, because at first people were saying that, that people were just loving the film because, it was directed by an African American starring a primarily African American cast. I don't think that's true. It is very good, and I think that Black Panther was a very important film for African Americans in filmmaking in general, because generally you don't see those high box office numbers with that type of a cast, and that's amazing. And I think that's reflecting where the world's heading as a whole and embracing diversity, and that's really important. I just think that films should be based on the content of their script, the direction, the composition of filmmaking needs to be excellent when the Academy nominates a film. I think that's the reason why we have the Academy Awards, and the fact that that wasn't the case with Black Panther. Maybe they really did think it was that good, But I think that I'm probably not the only person that was shocked by this, and I hope that, in future years we definitely have better, popular opinion movies that are selected for, Best Picture and other nominations if those types of films are going to be in consideration. So, guys, how would you like this video? I know it's a little bit different than what I generally do, but I think that this is an interesting topic and something that people care about. So, if you agree, let me know in the comments. Hopefully, we can get more videos like this out to you guys. Have a great day.